Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Corporate Face to Face series. Friends, as all of us are aware that this is a very interesting initiative from our side where we discuss emerging companies from emerging sectors and we talk to the promoters, the top managements of such companies and tell you about the company's business model, their growth journey, their future growth plans. And in this process, a lot of valuable information is given by the company top management and the top promoters. And this helps all our investors to take a very conscious call in investing in such companies. And friends, today there is another interesting company which we'll be covering today and which is going to hit the capital market very soon. The company's name is Tejas Cargo India Limited. And we have the entire management and promoter team. We have got Mr. Chandar Bindal, who's the managing director of the company. Chandarji, welcome to the show and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Avinash. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah. So we also have Mr. Yogesh Jain, who's the Chief Financial Officer, and Abhishek Dunia, who's the Statutory Auditor. So Abhishek ji and Yogesh ji, आपको भी बहुत धन्यवाद, sir. Thank you for your time. Gentlemen, we'll start the interview. Chandar ji, पहला सवाल, very basic question from my side is that if you could tell us, what is the business model of our company? If you could explain, within the logistics space, how are we positioned? What are the segments we cater? And Chandraji, one basic question which is very, which is very natural. We ask all the promoters, how did you start this business? Was it a first generation effort? क्या ये बिजनेस आपने शुरू किया या आपके फादर के टाइम का था उसके बाद आपने टेक ओवर किया? So if you could give some profile on this and start.
Yeah, thank you, Avinash. Thank you for the question. So I started this company. So previously I worked in a logistic company for 1.5 years. So I gained experience from there. So in 2009 and 10, I started this company with a very small capital and aggregating the vehicles from market and putting it into FMCG sectors. And gradually in 2011, when we purchased our first set of 5 trucks, so our journey basically starts from there. From 5 trucks to today, 1,200 trucks, so we reach around 1,200 trucks. So currently, today, we work in across 4 sectors. First is like e-commerce. So you name any company in India, e-commerce, Amazon, Flipkart, Udaan, Snapdeal. So we work with all of them. Second is like express cargo industry. Express cargo industry means DHL, FedEx, Gati, All Cargo, Safe Express. So we work with all of them. Third is bulk goods industry like cement and steel, coal, iron ore. So in steel, we work with Tata Steel, JSW, JSL, JSPL, Nippon Steel. You name any company, we are working for them. And third is industrial sector. So industrial sectors means FMCG, FMCD, white goods, and other industrial sectors. So like you say, Imami, Britannia, ITC, JK, MRF. So you name so many companies, so large corporates, we work with all of them.
Okay.
So today we have around 1,200 company-owned vehicles that is of different segments. So we work with them and we hire from market also.
Okay. So understood. I think very nicely and very diligently told by you, Chandraji. Now, Chandraji, मेरे को बताइए, you mentioned there are 4 broad segments, and you mentioned some company names to us also. Sir, as of FY24, that is the year which has already been completed last year. Sir, इसका मोटा-मोटी segmentation कितना होगा? I mean, how much must be coming from e-commerce or maybe from the bulk goods? If you could give us some idea, that would help us understand your company better.
So out of the 100% business, so 58% of business come from the logistic and industrial sector, means manufacturing sector. 17% come from the bulk cargos, like steel, cement, iron ore and all. And around 14% comes from e-commerce. And rest of the percent come from the other smaller players. So
Okay.
it consists of 4 segments.
Okay. So understood. Chandraji, इसमें another interesting question which I have is, sir, इसमें repeat business कितना है? Like you said, you all have got various segments across various categories. So, how important is the repeat business and what is the broad percentage for us like?
So Avinash ji, all the customers are basically with us from the starting time. So we keep on adding from 8 to 10 customer every year. So, but most of the customer we are working with them from the starting of inception of this company.
Okay. So I think very good to hear, Chandra ji. I think बहुत अच्छा लगा कि you all have managed to create a very good reputation with the clientele. Sir, now
Right.
on the overall macro opportunity side, it is rightly said that logistics sector is very closely linked to the economic growth. Economy बढ़ती है तो
Right.
logistics sector में growth आता है. तो
Exactly.
Chandra ji, please tell us one thing that what is your assessment of the logistics sector? In fact, in the next say 3 to 5 years, people are talking that this year we'll have GDP growth of 6.5%, but longer term, India has the potential to grow by 7, 8, or even 9%. So in that perspective, sir, logistic market हमारे लिए कितना बड़ा हो सकता है अगले 3-5 साल में? And how will we plan to capitalize on this growth? Because obviously, if the overall market is very big, it gives us that opportunity to grow. So, sir, if you can please share your thoughts.
So Avinash ji, as you know, and everyone knows that अभी logistics sector का size is $320 billion right now. So out of that, the segment we work in this long haul, so that is around $160 billion. And $160 billion का भी around 60% is the, if you take it very conservative, so 60% is the segment in which we work. That comes to around $130 billion.
Okay.
But out of that, 90% of the business है, that is run by a smaller fleets, like 5 to 10 fleet owners who runs about 5 to 10 fleets. So right now the problem with the larger corporates are they want a organized player to run this. So opportunity for us, for people like us, for people in big transportation is extremely very good.
Okay. So understood. Yogesh ji, now next question to you. Sir, it is a financial related question. So I'm asking you. Sir,
Sure,
what
sure.
is the method in which the pricing is decided? Like Chandra ji, you can also help in contributing to this answer. Sir, हम जब कोई नया कस्टमर लाते हैं या एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर होता है तो हाउ इज द प्राइसिंग फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर कस्टमर फाइनलाइज्ड? इज इट बेस्ड ऑन द रिलेशनशिप?
So
इज इट
yeah,
बेस्ड ऑन द
so
कार्गो वॉल्यूम? What is the main variable
yes.
which goes inside that? Because obviously four segments which you cater are different. So how does the overall pricing structure work?
Right. So basically, the pricing structure depend on the type of business we are going to get from the client. Like first of all, the type of vehicles which they want. So there are multiple type of vehicles in trucking and logistics. So we take what type of vehicles they require. Or secondly, we take what is the utilization we are going to get from that customer. If you know, there are some customer in FMCG sectors where detention is so high. So we keep the pricing little bit high because the utilization of the trucks get lower. So it depends all on the size of the truck, route which they want to operate, and the utilization of the asset what we get from that. So basically, three factors are there.
Okay. And Chandanji, does this business work on an order book kind of business, or is it like orders keep coming rolling on every month basis, like existing customers देते हैं, नए
So
customers आते हैं? So how does it work?
no, no, no. Actually, in infrastructure, there is a order book type of thing, but we don't have that type of. We keep on renewing the contract every year. But now the trend is going that the more of the customer are going on 2 to 3 years contract period. In that case, if you take, so we have a order book value, but that doesn't work in a logistic company. That works in an infrastructure company.
Correct. So basically, it is like orders keep coming on a regular basis, on a month-to-month basis.
Exactly. Not on month to month. The yearly contracts are there. So we signed yearly contract with the customer, and
Okay.
there are few customer who signed the contract for 3 years also.
Okay. Now, talking about our geographical reach, Chandarji, are we, available pan India? Because the sectors which we cater are very wide. So, हमारा जो
Right.
geographical reach है, can we confidently say that, pan India we are able to cater to all the clients, or are we concentrated, in certain pockets like north, south, east, west?
No, actually we are present in pan India. So you name any route in India, we operate in any part of India, and moreover we also operate in Bangladesh and Nepal also.
Okay. Fine. And just one, related question for which you already answered. Chandraji, we find that there are many companies, which opt for a lease model or maybe they outsource the vehicle. Now, you said that you own almost all the 1,200 trucks. आप खुद own करते हो. So, sir, इसमें
Right.
basically, what is the thinking behind this approach? Like, what is it that you are possibly trying to tell the customer that are we more reliable? Is the delivery assured? Because obviously, it involves the cost. खुद की गाड़ी जब आप लेते हो
Yes.
तब उसमें रनिंग कॉस्ट है, कैपिटल कॉस्ट है. तो सर व्हाट इज द थॉट प्रोसेस फॉर दिस अप्रोच? आई मीन व्हाई? बिकॉज देयर आर लॉट ऑफ अदर पीपल
Exactly.
हु आउटसोर्स व्हीकल. सो हमारा जो अप्रोच है वो अलग क्यों है?
सो अविनाश जी, बिल्कुल बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है आपका. सो इंडस्ट्री के अंदर आप देखेंगे तो पहले इन्वेस्टर अप्रोच भी था कि दे वांट एसेट लाइट कंपनी, बट वी ऑलवेज कीप एसेट हैवी। उसके काफी सारे रीजंस हैं। सो प्राइमरीली क्या है कि इफ यू सी कि अगर हमारा कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिला, वी गेट अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फॉर 1 ईयर, और नॉर्मली जो ट्रांसपोर्टर आप देखोगे एग्रीगेट करते हैं फ्रॉम मार्केट, दे डोंट गेट द रिपीट ऑर्डर नेक्स्ट ईयर, बिकॉज समवन एल्स विल कम, दे विल हायर फ्रॉम मार्केट ऑन अ more higher rates, who has the deeper pockets, and they will run for next years, another years, someone else will come. So you don't have the control on supply part. तो हमारे केस में क्या है, वी आर 100% कंट्रोल ऑन आवर सप्लाई, एंड उसके बाद हमारा सर्विस लेवल, रिलायबिलिटी, सेफ्टी ऑफ गुड्स, सो देर आर सो मेनी पॉइंट्स इन दिस। तो एंड उससे बात क्या, हमारा प्राइस कंट्रोल भी हो जाता है। फॉर एग्जांपल, हम किसी क्लाइंट के साथ बिजनेस करते हैं, वी हैव आवर ओन फ्लीट। So when we run our own fleet, the market people will also come and attach to us. They know that if they don't give the vehicle to us, then we will deploy our own vehicles. So they will come to us, they will negotiate, and they will start giving the vehicle to us.
Okay, understood. Uh, Chaturji, now tell me one thing that, just leave aside the financials apart. You mentioned one or two positives which our company has got. But sir, हम customers को value addition किस प्रकार से देते हैं? As you said, repeat business is very high. Customers keep coming to us, they give us regular business. Sir, हम actually दूसरों से अलग काम कैसे करते हैं? Like, how do we add value to the customer? Because ultimately, it's all about service and execution. So, in your words, since you have started the company, you run the company right from day one till now. Sir, what are the 2, 3 qualitative points according to you which can say that yes, we are doing a job much better than other players in the industry? Sir, if you could just share 2, 3 points.
श्योर श्योर। तो अविनाश जी, सेकंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल क्या है कि वी वर्क इन एक्सप्रेस इंडस्ट्री लाइक ई कॉमर्स और एक्सप्रेस कार्गो, वेयर द डिमांड इज नेक्स्ट डे डिलीवरी। इफ यू सी ना, ई कॉमर्स में आप कोई भी और चीज ऑर्डर करोगे, यू वांट दैट थिंग टू बी डिलीवर्ड नेक्स्ट डे।
Correct.
So our basic is on time deliveries. So
Ah,
on time deliveries, if you see our 85% of last year, we did 85% of the total deliveries in 85% in on time. And secondly is utilization of fleet. Matlab, if you see the other competitor in the market, they are able to run 7 to 8,000 kilometers in a month, a single vehicle. So we are running around 14 to 15,000 kilometers in a month. So
okay.
that way we are giving a cost benefit to the customer, on time delivery to the customer. So that is the main reason we are working for them. So if you say, like in our customer base, so we are top 3 suppliers for them from starting to till date. We are among the top 3 suppliers for them.
Oh, no, no, understood. I think very nicely mentioned by you. Yogesh ji, now, financial question is, for you. Sir, we have seen a very good performance in FY24. I was just seeing the, prospectus. The number has been very strong. The revenue is almost 419 crores. Earlier, it was 381 crores. And the profit after tax has crossed, 13.22 crores. Earlier, it was 9.85 crores. So, Yogesh ji, पहला तो मेरे को if you can tell me that sir, what has been the key reason for this improvement? I mean, was it the volume of business? Was it like we got better pricing from the customers? What were the key reasons for such a good increase in both the revenue and the profit?
तो सी अभी ना हम लोग वी हैव इंक्रीज्ड एज यू कैन सी वी हैव न्यूली एंटर्ड इनटू स्टील एंड सीमेंट इंडस्ट्री आल्सो. So our revenue has been increased mainly due to this industry. We are catering Tata Steel, we are catering Jindal. So, and that is an addition what we used to cater to e-commerce and logistics. So this is the reason for increase in revenue. And for increase in PAT percentage, you can say that one of the main reason is we have started in-house maintenance of our trucks. We have directly we like directly purchase diesel from Reliance, which have like reduced our diesel cost to a marginal level. And one of the reason is like decrease in vehicle hires. We started earlier. Chandra sir has correctly told you, we used to like run our operations in a proprietorship firm, and all the vehicles earlier was in the name of Transcargo India, the proprietorship firm, and we have gradually like shifted all our vehicles to Tejas. But as the vehicles were in the name of Trans, we used to pay vehicle hire charges to Trans, which we had stopped on like in financial year 23-24, since all the vehicles has been transferred to Tejas, and which decreased to lease hire. One of the main reason you can say. That's it.
So fine, understood. Yogesh ji, can we assume that in FY25, that is for the first quarter also, numbers have been pretty strong. So ये जो आप बता रहे हो कि एसेट अभी पहले दूसरी कंपनी में था, अभी इस कंपनी में आया है, तो उसका एक बेनिफिट मिला है. Sir, without putting a number, Yogesh ji, since we will not like to do anything against compliance, if you can just tell us, basically, what is the kind of traction we are seeing, because now we are in the month of almost February. तो अभी ऑलमोस्ट फरवरी हो
We
चुका
are in, हाँ, आराम से we will cross like 500 CR of revenue.
है. ओके, ठीक है. तो आई थिंक ट्रैक्शन इज प्रीटी हेल्दी. ओके.
Yes.
चंदन जी, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू आस्क यू नाउ, दिस इज अ लिटिल रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन. सर,
Yes, yes.
हम लोग जब भी कोई नया कस्टमर लेते हैं, आई मीन बिकॉज आई वांटेड टू नो ऑन हाउ द बिजनेस कस्टमर proposition is given. Suppose you target a new customer and which is very large, then what is it that you look at it from a near term and a long term perspective? Like initially, do you like to get into the customer's wallet कि भाई थोड़ा सा कम कोटेशन देके कस्टमर हमारे बैग में आता है, या आप यू स्टिक टू योर प्रिंसिपल एंड से कि नहीं, इतनी सर्विस है तो इतना मेरा कोटेशन रहेगा? सर, in terms of business, how do you try to get hold of really the big customers? Because I am quite sure सर, competitive intensity तो हमारे इंडस्ट्री में काफी है. तो सर, हम कैसा काम करते हैं? डू वी अंडरकट अदर प्लेयर्स, और डू वी से दैट नहीं भाई, हमको हमारे प्रिंसिपल्स पे ही काम करना है?
नहीं, अविनाश जी, ये अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. तो नॉर्मली मेरे कस्टमर से जब भी मैं मिलने जाता हूं तो उनको ये बोलता हूं कि वी कैन गिव यू डिस्काउंट बट ऑन वॉल्यूम्स. सो
हाँ.
हमारे दोनों के काम हो जाता है. उनको थोड़ा सा डिस्काउंट मिल जाता है, हमें वॉल्यूम मिल जाता है. बस
ओके.
जस्ट गोइंग टू कस्टमर एंड गेटिंग सम बिजनेस एट अ डिस्काउंटेड रेट डजंट मेक सेंस फॉर अस. हाँ,
एग्जैक्टली.
इफ देर इज अ वॉल्यूम देन वी ऑफर सम डिस्काउंट्स एंड वी गेट द वॉल्यूम, दे गेट डिस्काउंट. सो दोनों का काम बन जाता है. तो
बिल्कुल.
दिस इज द अप्रोच वी कीप.
नहीं, ठीक है. आई थिंक वेरी नाइस. Yogesh ji, now if you could tell us, now since basically the company is planning to go public, if you could tell us, what is the kind of capital market program which the company plans to make, and sir, what is the objective of this money? Because we will be raising money from the capital market. Broadly, for what the money is going to be used, if you could please tell us.
Uh, yes. So we are already in propose in like we are in steel and cement, and it's a capital intensive industry. We credit days are high, so we propose to like we will be increasing our revenue. Top line will be very much improved, and with the increase in PAT.
Can you please answer the question again, please, Yogesh ji?
Yes. So since we are in like steel and cement industry, the capital it's a capital intensive industry. Working capital days are high, and we need working capital to maintain the healthy running of the business. So that is why we had approached for IPO, and that will be used for increase in top line and increase in profit margin also.
ओके, अंडरस्टूड. सो बेसिकली योगेश जी, प्लीज करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, ज्यादातर पैसा वर्किंग कैपिटल के लिए ही यूज होगा. आई मीन वर्किंग कैपिटल इज द मेन रीजन वी
So
प्लान टू.
Working capital
So
and to purchase
Avinash ji,
and to
I would like to add here also. So as mentioned in DRSP also, the some fund will go to into capital assets like trucks, purchasing of trucks. Some and most of the part will go into working capital only.
ओके. And Yogesh ji, now just wanted to understand on a very broad basis, what is the normal capex which we incur? Because अभी since चंदर जी ने भी कहा कि 1200 गाड़ियां अभी हमारी है, तो on an average, sir, what is the normal average capital cost we incur every year to buy new vehicles? I mean, if you can give some idea, पिछले 2-3 साल में हमने क्या खर्चा किया है, just to understand what is the capital intensity of this business.
सी एक एक ट्रेलर अपने कॉस्टिंग पड़ता है अपने मोटा मोटी अप्रोक्स में 50 लाख,
Okay.
इंक्लूडिंग बॉडी बिल्डिंग एंड पूरा सब चीज मिला के. एंड ऑन एन एवरेज वी परचेज अराउंड 300 व्हीकल्स ऑन एन एवरेज.
Okay.
Obviously, we sell out the old ones and then purchase the new ones.
Okay.
So net in net, if you multiply like 300 to around, if you can, Yeah, 150 around around like 15 crore, 15 crore to 20 crore easily.
ओके, ठीक है, फाइन। योगेश जी,
Yes.
अभी अगला सवाल जो इम्पोर्टेंट है सर, यू मेंशन्ड अबाउट वर्किंग कैपिटल। इफ यू कुड टेल मी सर, व्हाट इज द नॉर्मल वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल इन आवर बिजनेस, लाइक राइट फ्रॉम द टाइम वी गेट द ऑर्डर एंड वी एग्जीक्यूट इट एंड देन द कस्टमर पेज अस। सर, वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल मोटा मोटी कितना लंबा होता है?
70, at least 70 on an average.
या
देखो सर, अपना गाड़ी लगता है। गाड़ी लगने के बाद अराउंड 6 दिन अपने गाड़ी पहुंचने में लगेगा। देन अपने पास पीओडी आएगा। तो अपने को बिल करने में ही कम से कम 15 to 20 days मिनिमम ऑन अ मिनिमम लेवल लगता है। एंड देन क्रेडिट डेज ऑफ 45 ऑन एन एवरेज।
ओके,
So it takes to around 65 to 70 days.
ओके, फाइन, अंडरस्टूड। Chandraji, last question to you now. I think which I ask all the promoters. Sir, we have seen COVID, we have seen very challenging times the economy went through, but now fortunately everything has come back on on track. But again, we keep hearing that there has been a slowdown. अभी budget आ गया, उसके बाद पहले उसके बाद RBI policy आ गई. So the feeling is that economy has suffered a lot in terms of consumption. Sir, please tell us, sir, what are the key challenges you see for the company over the next say 12 months? क्योंकि योर कंपनी इज डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू द इकोनॉमी, तो ऑब्वियसली इकोनॉमी में जो भी चढ़ाव आता है या गिरावट आती है उसका इम्पैक्ट हमारे ऊपर आता है। एंड सर, हम लोग ने अभी तक हमारा बिजनेस रिस्क कैसे मैनेज किया, एंड व्हाट इज द मेन रिस्क? इज इट एग्जीक्यूशन? इज इट सम big natural calamity like COVID? What is the main risk which you always keep under control to ensure that everything runs smoothly from your side?
So, Avinash ji, at COVID, COVID, everybody suffered a lot, but we can say that we were into the essential part of that time. So we were in the process of delivering the goods to India, every part of it. But that was the best phase for a transport industry because that time there was no traffic on road. Government has given relaxations on tolls, diesels, and everything. So we did a very good growth. And after COVID, when the markets opened, there was a boom of e-commerce. So from COVID to till now, so we have only grown. We have not seen any bad phases. Yeah, but as always say, the graph should be like up and down, up and down. There, whenever there is always up, you will eventually vanish. So you should always see downside, upside, downside, upside. So there is not a major risk. Yeah, but the challenges as you rightly said, is operational. Logistic is all about operations, how you manage the operations. So we have a good team of experienced team of the team which joined us initial level is still working with us. So we know now how the things work. So main operationally we are very strong, and we can say in the technology part, the technology plays a major role in this. So in the technology part, we use the best technology available for the logistic in India. So we proudly say to any technology available in India for the logistics sector, we have in house.
Okay.
So that is the main thing.
I think this is a very interesting aspect, Chandran ji, which you said. I was just going to ask you the same question कि सर हमारी कंपनी में टेक्नोलॉजी कितना इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करती है, क्योंकि लॉजिस्टिक्स इज ऑल अबाउट टेक्नोलॉजी एंड मैनेजिंग योर नेटवर्क। तो सर इसमें व्हाट इज द थॉट प्रोसेस? डू यू हैव अ इन हाउस टीम? डू यू हैव सम इन हाउस सॉफ्टवेयर? सर कैसे काम होता है हमारी कंपनी में?
तो अविनाश जी, आई ऑलवेज से, मैं हर फोरम पे देता हूँ कि इन लॉजिस्टिक टेक्नोलॉजी इज नॉट एवरीथिंग. यू हैव टू run with the technology with traditional approach. Logistic is not only technology. If you run with only, because the vehicle has to run on the road, you have to maintain the drivers, you have to maintain the infrastructure, government officials and everything. So, but yeah, so we have an in-house ERP team, in-house developed ERP. So everything from a scratch, starting point to end point to billing to receiving of payment is done on a single platform. So we can proudly say we work paperless. So we use different type of technologies also, like driver monitoring system. Every vehicle has driver monitoring system, driver fatigue monitoring system,
Right.
ADAS, and digital cameras, digital locks, GPS, route monitoring system. So every system available in India, so we use that.
Okay. तो एनीवे चंद्र जी, बहुत अच्छा लगा सर। अभी हमको अच्छी तरह से वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड हाउ द कंपनी फंक्शंस। इट वाज अ प्लेजर फॉर मी टू टॉक टू यू, एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच सर फॉर द टाइम एंड बेस्ट विशेस।
Same here, same here.
योगेश जी, अभिषेक जी, आपको भी थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम, और सर मेरी तरफ से आपको पब्लिक इशू के लिए भी बहुत बहुत बेस्ट विशेष। थैंक यू, धन्यवाद।
Thank you,
Thank
Avinash
you,
ji. Thank
Avinash
you
ji.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you, ji.